Everybody, it's Dawn. I'm here to give you the tarot scopes for the earth signs for the week of April 13th, 2026. What advice do you have for the earth signs this week, please? What advice do you have for the earth signs, please? You jumped. Apparently they got a lot to say. Interesting. So I'm going to read them the way that they came out. We start with Faith, aka the Hierophant. This is often organized religion, perhaps a wedding or christening or some sort of event that might be held in a church. Or you might be questioning your own spirituality at this point, because your next card is the Hermit, but it came out sideways. It's like, I'm ready to get out of my shell, but yet I'm still going to sit on this mountain and wait a little bit and contemplate this spirituality. Followed by the Ace of Wands. I believe you're going to get excited again about your spirituality. Something is finally going to move for you. I feel like you have been stuck for way too long, and you need to get out of that, I hate to say victim mindset, but it kind of is. Not fully, but it kind of is. It's like you know when to push the buttons for things you want. Yeah, you do. Also, be careful not to lose your shit on someone. Don't explode on them. Followed by the Queen of Cups. They just had this for the fire signs. This is the loving mother who gives the best advice. I feel like you're trying to get to this point. You're going to get excited again about being that person that people come to, because I feel like you're going to have a literal breakthrough. And on the bottom of the deck, you get the Five of Coins. Now that is Mercury in Taurus. Mercury is moving into Taurus later this week. Or is it next week? I think it's next week. But that's a more slow moving message, because Mercury is all about messages and communication. But this tells me you might be having some financial issues. It's like, I'd rather go without than have to ask anybody for help. Yeah, you'd rather just sit it out than say, I need some help, please. You know, all she has to do is go inside a church, this church right here, and she'll get all the help she needs, but she'd rather stay outside and beg in the snow. That's stubborn. That's you. Under that is the King of Cups. I feel like there's someone, oh, look at that. Look at that. I just noticed. This was between the King and the Queen. But you have a mated pair here. Maybe you're going without someone, and this is that someone, your other part, your other mate, and kind, helpful, loving, caring, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to the kings in tarot, this king didn't earn his crown. It was given to him. Maybe someone who has a little more influence can help you get out of this position. Next, I'm going to my chakra / shooting star deck for some further advice. What advice do you have for the earth signs this week, please? Or maybe you're planning something. You're like, I have to go without in order to get what I want, is what I'm getting. That's strange. Okay, your first card is I am whole and complete. Orange for the sacral chakra. I couldn't figure this chakra out last week for the life of me. But this is where life is created, below the belly button. That's where that orange chakra is. I feel like you need to create something. Yes, you're whole and complete by yourself, but creating something, some of y'all need to be careful of pregnancy, because I just landed this card right on top of this one. Yeah, you might be whole and complete, but you might be whole and complete when you have someone else inside your sacral chakra. We'll see. On the bottom of the deck, you get, if your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Be kind to yourselves. You don't have to beat yourself up. You don't have to go, I'd rather do without. Get what you want. Get what you want. Make it happen. You can make it happen. You've done it before. You can do it again. So, Earth Signs, that's your tarot scope this week. If anyone out there is looking for a private paid reading, please feel free to drop me a note below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Excuse me. I feel like I have a frog in my throat. Also, this is not going to resonate with everyone. And it shouldn't, because it is a collective reading. But if it does resonate, if you can leave some feedback, I would greatly appreciate it, because that's how I grow as a reader. So Earth Signs, I love you. Have a wonderful week. I'll talk to you next Monday.